Previously on Aragle.
1 0 0, I go 1 0 0, I go 1 0 0, I go 1 0 0. Either 100 or it's nothing, either 100 or it's nothing, either 100 or it's nothing, either. Yeah.
My crew be in the back, trying to throw a couple racks. I be in the front, trying to give them what they want.
So this has been an interesting week. I did get the MKE200, but I shot a bunch of B-roll, and then I went out to a project. I shot more B-roll at that project, and then I woke up the next morning and got ready for my next shoot and ended up formatting all of that footage. So I did shoot an unboxing. I mean, it's the standard unboxing videos, but that's not gonna happen in this video. This is gonna be a really brief overview of the microphones in my professional career. So the first professional microphone I consider using is the microphone on my XL2, which is not here. Maybe I'll bring it. But a couple of years later, when I got my 60D, I got my Rode video mic. It had the rubber band mounts, and I have the dead cat, which is totally needs to be combed. But the shock mount doesn't work anymore. I mean, this has been through everywhere. It's been in the Arctic. It's been everywhere. What I kind of did not like is that I had to always keep an eye on the batteries. It did last a long time, but I mean, I'm colorblind, so I can't really tell what color the LED light is to let me know about power indication. So the next microphone I got was actually this one, the Rode Video Micro. It's pretty popular. This one's pretty cool because it has a very strong, flexible right coat mount. It has a cable that you could detach. And again, this thing has been everywhere too. It looks all nappy, just like the other video mic. But I actually did break this mount one time. Maybe I'll make a video on how I fixed it. You have to find the right bands. That's made by Rycote, but I noticed that a lot of Rode video mics are red. And this is black, and I forget what the original color was because I've had this since my Blackmagic Pocket days. But this mic is great because it's passively powered. You don't need batteries. You don't have to worry about batteries. And this mount is so robust. There's some dings here. I don't know if you could see it. But yeah, it's just been through abuse. The finish is kind of coming off on the edges. But this mic's very good. But I did get a Sound Devices Mix Pre 3, and I wanted a more professional microphone. So I actually ended up getting this thing here. This is a Sennheiser MKE600. This is more equivalent to a Rode NTG2, so don't confuse this with the MKE416, which is very expensive compared to this. I got this on sale for, I think if I recall, it was on sale for $299. This mic sounds pretty good. I've only used it on a couple of jobs because I don't shoot that many interviews, except for now, but now I use Works microphone, which is a Rode NTG2. But this mic is pretty good, especially when paired with a good recorder like a Sound Devices Mix Pre 3. Before that I had the Zoom H4n, and that was a pretty good mic, but the Mix Pre 3 and the Cashmere analog to digital preamps, they're pretty good. But that leads me to this microphone here. This here is the Sennheiser MKE200. Like you see here, the the plugs on the front, so when it's on your camera, the cables are all nice and not in the way. You could pick up your camera by the strap, but it actually comes with a threaded locking cable. So it comes with two types. This is your standard TRS to TRS, as you see with normal 3.5 millimeter jacks. But here it's threaded, so all you have to do is just stick it in here and then just thread it on. And that's nice because it's resistant to tugging and potentially getting pulled out. But I didn't like how much slack there was, because on the Canon R5 and the EOS R, or the Canon R, the mic jack's really close. So I actually found this really short jumper cable, and it makes things really nice and tidy. You don't have extra slack hanging around, and it's black, so it keeps things nice and streamlined. I do like the color blue, but I mean, I did like the red because it matched more of the Canon red stuff, but really if I could just keep everything like one color, it's just a preference. But in addition to this slinky bag, this does come with a wind buffer. It's very snug, it fits on, but I imagine if I keep using this, it's gonna get nappy like this and and like this. But I've seen reviews, and the reviews seem positive. The sound seems to be more flat. The tone seems to be more flat, so it gives you more of the opportunity to tune it in post with EQ. So that's something I'm going to see if I'm going to like in the future. In addition to color grading with Canon Log, having to do an audio pass to master the audio. We'll see if that's a step that I like or if it's something I don't like. Right now I'm using a Sennheiser AVX with the cheaper lav mic. I think that's an MK2, not an ME2, an MK2. And apparently this thing has auto gain limiters. You could do whisper, you could talk louder, and it seems to kind of balance things out without sounding like it's being, it doesn't sound like an internal camera's auto gain control. But yeah, that's just a brief overview of these microphones. I did shoot an unboxing. Unfortunately, I erased all that footage. So real quick, I do want to list one major concern is the mounts. So you can see that this has a shot. I think I got a really a very flexible mount as my aftermarket one, but this one, it's rigid because the microphone diaphragm is inside here. So it's basically doing this inside this plastic baffle, this windproof thing. But what I did like about this is that when it was on my camera and it would get snagged on things, it would just, it would just deflect it, or if it would ultimately break. But the microphone wouldn't be broken. The cable would come out if it got snagged strong enough. This one, yes, the cable will get snagged, but my main concern is when it's hard mounted on my camera, let's say it gets snagged on a camera strap or a video cable or anything, I'm afraid this plastic mount, if it'll focus on it, yes, I'm afraid this plastic mount will end up breaking. So we'll see how it does. I've abused this. I think I only broke the bands a couple years into ownership, but it's held up. But the bands are all saggy now. And then I moved on to the passive Rode mic, and this has been very good. I've used it on some professional shoots. You just have to get it really close to like out of frame, like basically like 5 inches away from someone's face. But this one sounds good so far. I erased all that footage again, just reiterating, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how long it lasts through just using it, just using your gear and just dealing with the rigors of production life. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this. I'm finally happy to be Sennheiser everything, as I call it, even though it's all entry level. So shotgun mic, lav mic, and then like an entry level professional shotgun mic to work with my entry level Mix Pre 3. So Oh, and I also have HD25s, which I've been using since the year 2000. So 20 years I've been using Sennheiser products, and all the cameras I've gone through, all the lenses, all the microphones, my Sennheiser HD25s, I think are my oldest gear that I've owned. Yes, I owned older Nikon lenses, but that's been the piece of gear, piece of kit that I have been using the longest, and it's never let me down. Parts are interchangeable, so I have no doubts I'll continue using that. But as far as these, I don't know, we'll see. It's plastic. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. My 100 to 400 is made out of plastic, but we'll see how this goes. Like, I mean, if it does eventually break, we'll see how Sennheiser addresses fixing it, what the repair process is like, and hopefully I'll have a good experience with it. Okay, so that was a brief overview of the Sennheiser MKE200, which I did film unboxing, but it's not here anymore. You'll look later.
Yeah,
So I just want to say something quick about things falling through. So this week, I intended to vlog more on location. I actually vlogged when we went out to go film at the Vanessa Guillen Memorial, and then the next day I ended up erasing all of that footage. I had 2 more shoots scheduled later in the week, and then due to thunderstorm and weather, just to be safe, the producer canceled those shoots. So I'm not really filming anything to make more content. I don't know if this vlog is gonna be any benefit, but I'm also thinking of changing the direction of this vlog because I think there have been enough videos done about the Canon EOS R5. And you could find all those tests, you know, people testing the overheating limits, testing the different video codecs. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen going forward. It's going to be less Canon R5 centric, and it might be more production centric, like what gear I use, what cameras I use, or how I approach things in post-production, and how I approach things in post-production with workflows with shorter timelines. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions. But yes, thank you.